Oh, Iman says she missed the previous session. Well, this is a different topic, but hopefully half as fun as Rania's session. Morocco as well. Beautiful people from all over the region. I love that. The meetings are recorded. Yes, these webinars are recorded and they'll be shared later on our Facebook group once it's over, once it's done. We have someone from Kurdistan and UAE. Beautiful. Yeah, we have a couple of questions. Yes, for those who are asking, the meeting is the webinar is recorded and it will be shared on our Facebook group at the very end of the session. So once the session is over, we'll share them there. The recordings you can find on our Facebook group, which again, we will share the links to at the very end. We have people from Jordan as well. Beautiful. There you go. Dua's sharing in the chat right now. She shared our Facebook group. So feel free to join in order to have firsthand access to all our updates, our WhatsApp groups, our events, and our webinars. Each session gets a recording separately, a certificate a separate certificate. So if you attend, you do get it, but you have to fill it up at the very end of the session. Oh, hi, Asma. Lovely to see you as well. Hello from Lebanon. All right, so let's start with a little introduction. My name is Nadia Twati. I am an e-moderator for the British Council, Libya, and the MENA region as well. I am based in Tripoli, Libya, and I'm the one who runs the Teaching with the Technology group. So, figures I'm delivering this webinar. So today's webinar, we're going to cover a couple of things. We are going to see what teaching with technology is, and we're going to learn what kind of group it is, what does it cover exactly. I'm also going to share with you some of the topics that we covered in October. I'm going to share a few, and I'll talk about even fewer because the topics were many. But I'll share my favorites or the one that were, demanded by the public. We're going to talk about music and lyrics in ESL classes using technology, and we're also going to talk about VR and AR, virtual reality and augmented reality. We'll cover animation and graphics in ESL classes. And then me and Dua, we will offer you an array of opportunities for CPD, continuous professional development, where you can do so many things to work on yourselves as teachers. So let's get started. Teaching with technology. Teaching with technology is one of my favorite groups because I have a passion for technology and everyone who's there is very much into it as well. So are you a member of Teaching with Technology? Yes or no? I will share a poll. And you get to choose whether you are a member right now. Perhaps you were a member before. Maybe you would like to become a member, but for now, let's see if you are a member. I'll share the results with you for transparency at the very end. So let's see how many of you here know me and how many of you have attended some of my sessions with teaching with technology. Results are coming in. You guys are fast. I'll give you that. Oh, wow. 31% so far are actual members. Beautiful. Which means some of you will be somehow familiar with the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight. Oh, wow. Look at those numbers. I'll share the results once you're done. 34% are actual members and 66% are new. Beautiful. All right, so let's share the results of the poll with you. Here are the results. So this means that we'll have to explain to those 66% what we do and why we do what we do. Our Teaching with Technology group involves integrating digital tools to enhance learning, to make lessons more fun, more interactive, more accessible. And we use them to differentiate and include as well. So we make some things sometimes for our students. The MENA teachers who are, MENA stands for Middle East, North Africa. The MENA teachers who are in our WhatsApp group are very collaborative. They're very enthusiastic. They enjoy working together. They come up with the most amazing ideas as well. We also share best practices, some strategies. We tackle a couple of topics every week. So it's a place for teachers who are from the MENA region to connect, share expertise, experiences, hopes and aspirations as well regarding technology and technological teaching. We also get to discuss challenges, explore new ways to use technology in ESL teaching. Keeping in mind that we all come from the same region, which means we have common adversities and common challenges as well. So yeah, that's us. That's our teacher education, teaching with technology. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. So let's look at our October topics. We had using music and lyrics to teach English through technology. Did anyone here attend that? If you did, could you please write in the chat box whether you did or not? Did you attend our teaching with technology? Oh, I see Nabila. Nabila's like, yes, I know that. All right. A couple of, okay, no's as well. A couple of yeses. All right. Someone's saying yes. All right, beautiful. I also had the pleasure of having an AR VR session with our teachers. AR for augmented reality and VR for virtual reality in ESL classes, immersive tools for real life language practices. We also talked about teaching soft skills through technology, building essential skills through collaborative tools. And we always try to link whatever it is that we learn or we talk about to some sort of a technological advance, perhaps an app that we can use, a website that we can make use of, keeping in mind that it might not be available for everyone, but we try our best to get there. We also talked about teaching grammar through animation and graphics, so making grammar visual and fun. We talked about phonetics and phonology, improving pronunciation with specialized apps, using technology for classroom management, tools to organize and manage classroom dynamics, and differentiation and inclusion with technology, adapting to diverse learners' needs. Last but not least, we also talked about podcasts and audiobooks for listening comprehension, enhancing listening through varied audio resources. So all of those were things that we covered during our October sessions. Now I've selected only 3 to talk about today to kind of summarize. The reason we do this is because at the very end of each month or the beginning of the month that follows, we summarize and we have a little revision session with our teachers. But we chose this month to have an open one where other people who are also not members of the group can actually join in order to learn what the group is about, perhaps see if they're interested in joining. So yes, I see a couple of people asking about joining the WhatsApp group. That will be shared also in the chat box, probably by Dua or by Amira or by myself at the very end. So first things first, for October topics, using music and lyrics to teach English through tech, AR, soft skills, grammar, phonetics, technology, differentiation, and podcast. I have a question in the chat box. Give me a yes or a no. If you are already a member of our Teaching with Technology group, which session did you find most enjoyable, most beneficial? You can choose from 1 to 8. You can just write the number if you'd like. All, okay, 7, 3, all right. 5, 1, 4 and 7, 7, 6 and 7, 4, 7 and 8, 5, 5 as well. Some people are saying all, okay, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, I see a couple of people saying they're not a member, which is totally fine because I'm about to ask a question for the non-members as well. As you can see, there are 8 items on the screen. So for people who are not a member, which sessions would you have liked to join or would you have liked to attend? So maybe something caught your eye, maybe something you felt that you wanted to learn about. Oh, wow, those answers are coming fast. Some are saying all, 1, 6, 7, 8, 5, 2, 1 and 6, 4, 1 and 4, 1, 8, 6, 5. Okay. Well, one of the most beautiful things about our community is the fact that these sessions are run on WhatsApp, which means once you are a member, even if you are unable to join one of our sessions, you can always go back and check the conversation, check the resources that were shared, the discussion that was going on. And that's the beauty of it. So even if you are sometimes unable to attend, you kind of still can attend. And I think that's definitely a plus. Yes, we will share the certificates for the links for the certificate at the very end. You can join the group. Again, we will share the links to join the group, whether it was, teaching with technology or something else at the very end. Just. All right. So let's move on. First things first, let's tackle some of the things that truly captured the imagination of our teachers in teaching with technology. Some of the things, one of the first sessions that they truly liked was teaching through music and lyrics in ESL classes. Who here doesn't like music? If you like music, let me know in the chat box. Do you like music? Yes or no? Some people are saying sure, some people are saying no, sure, yeah. Or a couple of no's, a couple of yeahs. All right. I like that one of you wrote student like it. Exactly. Student truly enjoy music. And the beauty of it is once we find something that our students enjoy, why not take advantage of it and, use it to teach them something? Some people are saying yes, especially for teaching. Students can learn easily with music. Students love music. We will be talking about that in a minute. Early junior learners, puffins as well. As you can see, Dua has shared the WhatsApp community, so the groups for WhatsApp. So if you want, you can just click on that and join the group. Someone's saying her son likes it. That's understandable. Usually younger people enjoy music. But as I've mentioned, it is very important that as teachers, once we see something that we can use in order to facilitate anything in our classes, why not take advantage of it? So integrating music and lyrics is a fun thing to do. It is interactive, it is enjoyable, it's a great skill. It works on different aspects of learning and teaching, especially for teaching listening and teaching vocabulary. Technology, on the other hand, allows students to explore and analyze song lyrics, vocab, pronunciation, and it also promotes cultural understanding. And that's how we link technology with music. Music back in the day was a bit harder to access, CDs and cassettes, but now you can look up any song and you can come up with, you can find the link for it, you can listen to it audio, you can watch the video if you'd like. Perhaps you can even download the lyrics and do something with them, like what we're going to do in a bit. So that's the beauty of using music. Someone's saying all items are interesting and important. They help a lot in teaching and make listening enjoyable. Absolutely. Someone is saying they create their own music with their students. That's creative. I think, again, we're going to be talking about student-made material, and we're going to be talking about the visual aspect, but we can definitely include your audio work as well. So, fun facts. Are you guys ready? Are you a fan of facts? For example, did you know, let me see. Let me start with something simple. Let me test you. Are you guys ready for a little test? If you're ready, just say yes. Okay. What is the longest river in the world? Let's see. Ooh, look at you. Someone said Amazon. You're in the MENA region. It is definitely the Nile. All right. How many continents are there? Continents? Can you tell me how many continents? 7. Someone said 3. I'm shocked. 4, 7. Okay. Which is the biggest continent of them all? Oh, look at you. You guys are on fire. Asia, Sudan. Someone said Sudan. That's not a continent. All right. So I'm going to share some fun facts with you about using music and lyrics inside your classrooms. I wish it was Africa. I saw that. Wish it was. So here we go. Music enhances memory. As earlier mentioned by some of you in the chat box, music allows people to remember things, which is why you probably still remember songs from your childhood until now. Again, you learned something as a child, which means it is easily retained. It is, there in your brain because your mind was fresh and all, but also the fact that it had a rhythm. So studies show that music aids memory retention, making it easier for language learners to recall vocab and phrases. The rhythm and melody help words stick to our minds longer. Yes, Sandra says rhyme helps students to remember content. All right, beautiful. Yes. Listening to songs in another language also improves someone's accent. Not that we care much about accent, because if you attended Rania's earlier session, she mentioned very clearly that we do not care about sounding native-like as much as we care about communication and sounding understandable. But when listening to songs in English, learners often unconsciously mimic pronunciation and intonation, which can improve their accents naturally. And by accent, I mean word pronunciation, individual words. But also, accent can be, even overall, rhythm can actually be altered and can be improved, especially if you're a rap fan. With all the new Gen Z right now, that's all the hype. Our third fun fact is that lyrics are full of idiom and slang, and that's the beauty of it, because you'll be teaching them authentic language, real language that's used around the world, not something that's just used and presented in books, but it's actually used, in the streets. So songs expose students to idiomatic expressions. They also allow students to learn everyday language. They can pick up on idioms, on metaphors, different things that can come through music and lyrics and songs. It is also worth mentioning that English is a stress time language. So singing or listening to music and trying to keep up can help people squeeze the words within the time limit or within the stressed skeleton, so to speak. Last one, or my last fun fact, is the earworm effect. Kind of creepy, I know. Nobody has a worm in their ears, I hope. But it's a song that gets stuck in your head. You hear it somewhere and it just kind of does not leave you, it haunts you. Uh, this helps you with your language learning. And, you know, you can keep remembering those phrases and those vocabs from that song. So tell me about a song that haunted you for a really long time. A song that whenever you feel weird, down, upset, happy, sad, alone, you hum or you sing, or perhaps you Google. Take a chance on me. Headlight song, Unstoppable. Ooh, Unstoppable. Look at that. A believer. You're not alone. You are not alone. Don't worry. Oh, Unstoppable seems to be a popular one. Flowers, Human, I'm Alive, Die with a Smile. Oh, wow. It's very hard to keep up. Oh, Skyfall, Adele. Nice. Fantasy, Stay With. Oh, someone said Eminem. Eminem happens to be one of my favorite artists. Shine Bright Like a Diamond, Rihanna. Okay. Back to Black, Amy Winehouse. Lonely. Okay. Sad, but yes. Believer. So we all have our go-to songs, and that says a lot when a song kind of resonates with you. So you can do that with your classes. And as earlier mentioned, it doesn't have to be a song from, you know, a different culture. You can make your own music if you'd like, something that helps your students remember stuff, which is why most young learners, puffins, and lower levels of English, they use music and songs in order to introduce the ABCs, in order to introduce days of the week or months of the year, seasons as well. Each thing has a song. I think even body parts as well. So it's worth mentioning that's been, you know, tried out and it works. Oh, someone said parts of the body. Boom, boom, made my day. Adjectives too. Oh, I didn't know about adjectives. All right. Alphabet, Baby Shark. Yes, my son loves that. I hum that sometimes when I'm alone. And like, I do that. You can go ahead and judge me. Yes, we can even use it for grammar sometimes. I mean, who here does not know the song for the Arabic prepositions? Do you know the song for the Arabic prepositions? Anyone? Anyone? Come on, come on. No, yes, yes, no. No, yes. Sure, أيام ساعات. I saw someone wrote that. Sure, أيام ساعات. Nice. And on at sure أيام ساعات. Nice, beautiful. So you know that even as adults, you'd still fall back on that kind of knowledge that you had. You still want a rhythm. So yes, definitely. All right. Now, an example of why we choose the songs we choose. We choose the songs we choose, for example, like the song Let It Go by Frozen. Do you know the song? Are you singing it right now? Once I said let it go. Yes, people say yes, yeah, okay, all right. So the song Let It Go is a song that I like to use sometimes in order to introduce something specific in my class. Now, here's how you do it. You Google that song, and with ChatGPT right now, you can definitely just give ChatGPT the name of the song, and you can ask ChatGPT to dissect it for you, to kind of tell you what kind of language area can you use for or with that song. What can you introduce? So that's, you know, that's definitely something you can do. So let's look at Let It Go. Are you guys singing it right now? I want to know if you're singing it. I'm singing it in the back of my head. I have the link. I can play it if you want. Would you like me to? Someone's saying yes. I don't know if I'm allowed. I don't know. I'll play a little. All right. So I'm going to play it while I show you what it's about. So for that specific song, the reason that sometimes people use it is because the vowel sounds, it has an incredible amount of diphthongs. So there's go, snow, cold, all of those are diphthongs. And therefore you can rely on that song in order to deliver the diphthongs to your learners, even if it was, subconsciously. That's also good. Learners therefore can listen to sounds that might not exist in their native language. So that's something worth trying. Another reason with that song is intonation and stress. It shifts in stress. If you notice, especially on Let It Go, suddenly it goes up because, it kind of tried to help, it tries to convey a message to let it go. So it goes really high. And I think one of the most evident reasons that this song is epic is the fact that when it came out, it was trending. It crushed the internet. Every single child I knew the song. They did not speak English, but they know the song. So yes, also connected speech. This song has natural linking. For example, if you look at the sentence, the cold never bothered me anyway. Now watch. The cold never bothered me anyway. There you go. You got your connected speech. So the cold never bothered me anyway. Connected. Speed and rhythm, it's also a faster section, such as Let the Storm Rage On, which kind of picks up the pace a bit. So that's also something, worth thinking about. So whenever you choose a song, you need to be able to think about what can you use it for teaching-wise. Not just play it because you like it. I know you guys are thinking it, but yes, I know. It can be a song that you like, but it also needs to somehow have some sort of message, linguistic message that you would like to convey, something that you'd like to teach to your students. So yes, I have the link, which I can share in the chat, but I'll share at the very end. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. What else can you do with music and lyrics? You can have a little gap fill. You can have the words are not there. Can you see? I heard that you are, can I see the chat box? I heard that you're down. Can you tell me what the word is? I'm not going to tell you the name of the song. Feeling down? I see feeling down. Can you guess again? Anyone else? I can give you a rhythm. Oh, I heard that you settled. Ziad, I heard that you settled down, that you... Ooh, look at you. You guys are on fire. So you can introduce a gap fill of a famous song or perhaps an unknown song. It's up to you. Again, choose it for a reason. Perhaps the grammatical point that it covers, perhaps the word it has. People are answering the lyrics in the chat box. So you can have it and then you can just show the answers to your students. And then you can extend it by asking them a question. For example, what do the words mean? In this context, can you think of any other examples? How might you use these words? Would you like to create your own lyrics using the words? It's all about you as teachers. It's your ability to create and innovate. And I think that truly what defines teachers of English is the fact that we can come up with a lot from scratch. I think that's worth mentioning. So yes, that's another thing that you can do with your music and lyrics. You guys are singing the song in your head? Can anyone remind me what that term was when a song is stuck in your head? Anyone? I'm looking at the chat, waiting for someone. Ooh, earworm. You guys are good. All right, beautiful. So some apps and tools. Now here's my job as a tech guru for the WhatsApp group. What I do is usually I explore something new with my teachers on the WhatsApp group, and then I equip them with some applications and websites that they can use in order to fulfill what we've been talking about. Now, here's a disclaimer. The apps and the websites are not always 100% free, but there's always a free version of them. So you can use it or perhaps create multiple accounts because you can only do one. That's completely up to you and your tech savvy skills, of course. Some apps and tools to use when introducing music and lyrics. You have lyrics training. This allows students to listen to songs in English. It also allows them to fill the blanks like the Adele song. You can also combine listening practices with vocabulary building. So that's also worth mentioning as well. You also have Spotify, Lyrics on Demand. You can use it for popular songs. And the beauty of Spotify, it also shows you what other people are listening to. So the teacher next door. Some people are saying they always use lyrics training. Yes, that's a good website. Another one is Music Match. It's an app that shows synchronized lyrics while playing a song. So it's great for vocab practice. Students can focus on specific lines to understand meaning and pronunciation. There's also Fluent U, while, it's not mainly music, like it's not music focused, but it uses authentic videos. It has music videos in which you can use in order to teach the language. It has captions. You can opt out if you don't like them. It also has interactive vocab tools that I really enjoy. Now, another disclaimer, whenever using or whenever introducing a music piece, a song, lyrics, please make sure that you check it beforehand in order to make sure that it is culturally appropriate. That's a personal piece of advice. So just make sure that it's always, it's inclusive and all, just heads up. My last is karaoke apps. Various karaoke apps online, but one of them, which is free, is Smule. It's a singing along with karaoke. It's fun. It allows you to practice pronunciation. They can sing their favorite songs and improve fluency and confidence. I'm pretty sure not everyone enjoys head, shoulder, knees, and toes when they're in secondary school. If you're 18 years old, if you're 17 and 16, I don't see those ages singing head, shoulder, knees, and toes. So yeah. All right. Someone's saying yes. Yes, make sure you're not getting fired because of using a song and be like, oh, Nadia Twati told us to. I did not. I said, check it out first. Someone's saying yes. All right. So moving on to our second topic, virtual reality versus augmented reality. So what is that? What is that? I wonder, what is virtual reality and what is augmented reality? Virtual reality and VR and AR offer exciting opportunities to create this immersive, engrossing learning environment for ESL students. It literally allows people to travel while sitting in their seats and for free. That's the beauty of it. It allows people to enhance their language skills, improve it, and it also allows you to introduce a more interactive, more enjoyable lesson. Also more memorable. That's worth mentioning as well. So for VR, VR allows students to enter fully immersive 3D environment using VR headsets, Oculus or Google Cardboard. Now, this is a bit out of reach when you think about the MENA region, which is why I earlier mentioned that not everything we do, we expect you to do, because I understand that the resources might be limited in your area as they are in mine. So therefore, we can tweak it a bit. Someone is asking what's ESL? ESL is English as second language. That's us. All right, now AR. AR has digital content, text, images, interactive elements, all of those things into real world. So viewable through smartphones, tablets, AR, glasses. My question, which one is applicable in our region? VR or AR? Oh, you guys have been listening. That's good. Definitely AR, because we are missing the Oculus or the Google Cardboard, so we don't have that. Or we might, but we don't have the budget for it. So definitely AR is a better option. So how can we use then AR and VR in ESL classes? If it was for VR, you can do virtual field trips. So if you can get one, you can travel to any English-speaking country, any monument, any landmarks, museum, city, concert, person, airport, anything that you can think of, you can be there. And that's the beauty of technology and the beauty of the new age. You could also go to tourist spots. You can be at Mykonos if you want, swimming, enjoying the sun. Many, many things that you can do. Now, you could also do role playing for authentic context. Students can practice conversational skills in real world setting if you had the access. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because I know some parts of the MENA region does have access to VR, perhaps in the Gulf area. So that's why I'm sharing this. Again, we touched upon this in our WhatsApp group. So this is again to cover all of the region. Another thing is that speaking and listening can be very, VR can be very useful for speaking and listening. It's an immersive environment, as I've mentioned. So it allows people to join virtual rooms, communicate with others worldwide, practicing speaking, listening in authentic ways. But there's definitely a downside. You cannot control it. So it's very important that you know how and when and with who to use it. Someone is saying, as much as it's beautiful and beneficial, it is also very scary. Rawan, I completely agree. Nabila, this is like one of my regular customers. She's saying that private schools, international schools have access to these, which is why we're touching on this a bit. Now, how can we use AR? Never mind VR, we don't have the best access to it. So let's talk about what we can do. AR. Can you think of anything? What can you do with AR? Anything at all? It's pretty simple. Apps, okay. I see someone saying apps. Edu puzzle, okay. AI websites, okay. Images, videos. Ooh, you guys don't need me. You're good on your own. Quizzies, Quizlet, karaoke, magic school. You can look at the body, the human body, definitely with AR. Padlet, Kahoots, flashcards with music, puzzles, Bamboozle. One of my favorite websites. I love it. 11 Labs, Kaboom, Criado. Yes, exactly. With AR, you can have interactive flashcards, which we've touched upon, I think, in June or May with one of my classes, again, with Teaching with Technology, where we introduced apps that you can create 3D flashcards to use inside your classroom. So you don't even have to print things out anymore in order not to waste paper, perhaps also for low resources reasons. So you can definitely do this. So interactive flashcards is one way. You can also have 3D images, animations. Students can hear the pronunciation along with the flashcard. You can also do OBL, object-based learning. So they can point their phones at an object to see a vocab, definition, and example example sentence pops up. It helps you to to have like concrete sentences, and also it helps you with location-based instructions. And it's for free. And who now doesn't have a phone? I know they're not allowed to use phones sometimes in your classes, but you can have special permission or special classes where you can ask them to bring their phones in order for you to do this with them. The last thing you can, not the last thing I'm mentioning that you can do with AR, but for you, the sky is the limit. So you can also do storytelling and reading practices. So AR apps allow students to engage with stories. You can be a character. You can pop off the page. You can also, become the vocab that you read. That's, something definitely. So again, as I've mentioned, once I deliver a topic, I also deliver apps that you can use in order to complete what we've just talked about. So there is Google Expedition. Now, with the Google Expedition, unfortunately, it was canceled or deactivated by Google in 2021. However, the link still works, which I will share at the very end with you. So you can access it and check out the tours. Many of them are still there. So you can show it to your students. It's very immersive, it's enchanting, absolutely enchanting. There's also the CoSpaces Edu. So this can be VR and AR as well. Students can create their own virtual environment, interact with language lessons. And last but not least is Mondly, which is a language learning app that uses VR to immerse students in real-life conversations with native speakers. Slightly risky, yes. Worth the shot? Maybe. Yes. So some people are saying also role play. Yes, you can definitely use it for role play. Now, the reason we use VR, the reason that we use visuals in our classes, this is the last topic I'm covering. As I've said, I've selected 3 topics from my session. So this is my last. It's a topic of using visuals. And who here does not have visual learners? Do you have any visual learners in your classes? Do your students enjoy looking at pictures, watching videos, looking at you when you talk? Is this something they enjoy? Yes? Ooh, look at all those yeses. Beautiful. So we know that a large majority of learners, or even learners who are kinesthetic or auditory, there is a part of them that is also visual. So why do we use visuals inside the class? Because it's popular? Naturally. Any other reasons? Because it's engaging. Again, naturally. Okay, any other reasons? It makes learning fun and it caters for different learning styles. It also supports grammar and vocab. It's perfect for showing actions, emotions, and language structures. But I wonder, if they're just flashcards, then how can we cover all of this? How can we show actions, emotions, language structures through flashcards? Any ideas? Someone is saying it's authentic, keeps students alive, miming, acting to bring them to life, engage. Okay, beautiful. I love this. So you mime in order to bring those pictures to life. Gestures. Nabila, you're cheating. I know you are. I see you. Bravo, Nabila. You've been listening to me. So you can use different apps in order to bring those cartoons to life, those pictures. Pictionary? Pictionary is also good. But as Nabila has mentioned, there are different apps that you can use in order to bring cartoons or images to life. Now, let me ask you this. Do your students draw? Do they draw a lot? Some of them, not all of them. Do you think they get happy or they get excited when you share those drawings on your board or on your, you know, poster or notice board? Do they get excited when you do that? Hmm. Imagine if you can make them move. Imagine that you can actually make their drawings move like a cartoon. Would that be fun? Would you like that? And the best part, my favorite part, it's for free. So, what can we use animation pictures, GIFs, and student-made cartoons in ESL classes for? Before I tell you my apps, I know you guys are in it for the apps, but before we do that, before I share my secrets with you, let me know, tell me, how can we use it? What can we use it for? Presenting vocab, yes. Storytelling, yes. Writing, yes. Grammar, phrasal verbs, stories, grammar again, yes. Intonation, vocab, tasks, adjectives. You guys are like on fire. It's very hard for me to keep up, mashallah. Writing as well. Introducing vocab, yes. You can also use it to label diagrams. So pictures of objects or scenes can be used for students to label parts with appropriate grammar terms, noun, verb, adjectives. Sentence structure is, can also be covered with pictures showing the different parts of sentence. For example, subject, verb, and object. Word families can also be animated through pictures. For example, happy, happiness, or perhaps happily. You can also demonstrate word families and word formation. There's also the mind maps, which are a personal favorite. Mind maps can visually organize grammar concepts, for example, showing relationships between different terms, perhaps. Also comic strips, they're also fun to use. And Students nowadays enjoy them a lot. They enjoy comics in general, so definitely something that can be introduced to your students in class. And real life examples. Photos or videos of real life situations can help students see how grammar is used in everyday language. And now, the part you've been waiting for. I know you. The apps for creating visuals in ESL classes. Are you guys ready? Show me some love. Let me see. Show me some love. Oh, look at all those hearts. You guys are too kind. All right. Beautiful. So here we go. First one is Canva, which you've already mentioned. Canva is beautiful for delivering or creating visuals for your class. I personally use Canva as well. And you also have Powtoon. Powtoon is this beautiful, beautiful website that you can create animated videos and slides. You can literally create a story with someone moving and actions happening. So Powtoon, definitely my go-to. Toontastic is also fun because it allows, students to create cartoon stories, and they're all free. It's a Google app, so it's one that you'll enjoy. There's also Jiffy, which is to find or create engaging GIFs or GIFs for lessons. There's Toondoo, create comics and show grammar in dialogues. And I'm about to show you one that was created by our very own, someone from our WhatsApp group created a video. Let me just share it. So this was a drawing. Can you see it? Can you see the screen? Let me make sure you can see the screen in the chat box. Yes, you can. Good. So someone created this. This was a drawing that was made by this teacher, or I think one of their students, and they made it do this. Isn't that beautiful? You can make any animation or any drawing into a live moving one. So imagine what that would do to your learners, because they would see their own creations coming to life. Imagine how you can use it to teach perhaps jump, run, cry, happy, sad. This was created by Meta Animated Drawings, which is another app which I did not have on that list. I wanted to share it here. So beautifully used. And again, it's super simple and easy. There are tutorials for it on YouTube. So if you're interested, you can simply ask your students to do it themselves, perhaps as a little project. Perhaps they can do it in groups. You can do it for them. It depends on how you. Yes, it is free. The link at the very end, I promise to give you all the links in the world, promise. So this is definitely something that you can do in your classes. All right, let's go back to our presentation. So those are the apps that you can use to create visuals in ESL classes. Here are some pictures that were shared by our teachers on our WhatsApp group with visuals that they created via YouTube videos. So they learned how they watched these videos with their students and they created them, they handmade them. So very beautiful, and they hung them around the class. All right. And now my part is done. I will now mention all the CPD or professional development opportunities with us for our own teachers of the MENA region. So let's see, any comments? I don't know if we have any questions in our Q&As, but I'm sure Dua is handling them. She's a professional. All right, so here are some things that you can do, because you guys have been wondering how to join these groups, what to do, where to find us. First of all, we have a bunch of free courses to help you think outside the box, to help you, approach things differently. Teaching doesn't have to be painful. It's fun. It is enjoyable. Do you have the right resources? That's what you need to think about. And the beauty of it is that British Council Teaching English website offers monthly courses for the MENA teachers, and they're all for free with certificates included. So that's something you want to do. We also have a group where we help teachers sign up to these courses in order to make sure that they can actually have access to them. So again, if anyone needs help with that, we will be sharing the links in a minute. Yes, you can join. I see a lot of people asking if they could. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so kind. You're too kind. But yes, you can definitely join these groups. In a minute, I'll be switching off the chat, or perhaps Dua will, in order to make sure that the messages don't disappear so that we can share with you these links. So let's start bit by bit. For example, the Teaching English website offers, as I've said, monthly courses. So what's in for October and November 2024? We have understanding language systems. So that's something interesting. You can sign up for those free courses. And the beauty of these courses is that they are tailor-made for busy teachers like yourselves. You don't need to be there at a specific time. You don't need to finish something at a specific point. Work when you can, because we value our teachers' and we understand that you have a very busy schedule. So that's the beauty of these courses. You can work on them at 11 o'clock at night, 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 12 p.m. It is up to you to decide when to work on these courses. You can also enhance various aspects of your teaching. You can just go on the website, click on it, see what resonates with you, what works for you, something that perhaps you'd like to improve, and choose it, go for it. The tech level, I don't know if there's a tech course for this month. I'm not sure there is. I'll look into it though for you. Now, in order to know more about this, perhaps any future courses, any WhatsApp groups, join our Facebook group. Our Facebook group caters for that. It covers it and it allows you to have up-to-date information about what we do. Now, it is a bit sad because sometimes our groups can fill up pretty quickly. So it's a first come, first serve. We also select individuals that are, we make sure that the teachers who are in those groups are pretty active, very memorable. As you can see, I've remembered a couple of names from the chat here because they're actual usual customers in our CPD and our WhatsApp groups as well. So another course is Teaching English, How to Teach Pronunciation. So you guys seem to be very interested in pronunciation earlier when we were talking about Let It Go. That's another thing that you can do. You can join the WhatsApp group through the links, but for now, join the Facebook group in order to have access to those links once we post them. So if you join the Facebook group, you can have access to that. All right, we also have climate action in language education. That's another thing that's offered this month. The beauty of these topics is that they're not far-fetched. They all relate to your teaching and they all relate to our region. And I think they're pretty important. So it's very important for us to work on ourselves and try to improve as much as possible in various aspects. All right. We also have helping teachers to learn. And I love that one. It's a beautiful course. I can see a lot of you are asking for the links. So Dua, would you like me to stop the chat so you can share all the links? I can do that if you'd like. I think I just did that, Dua. So if you would like to share all the links consecutively, where nobody interrupts you so they can all have access to them. I'm not sure if that stopped you from writing as well, though. All right, I'm gonna continue while I wait for your confirmation. The certificate link will be shared at the end of this session in order for you to fill your names and download it. But you do need to have access to a laptop in order to do that. And you also need to have Adobe PDF. Okay. Sorry about that, Dua. Then I'm gonna let everyone type again. Host and panelists, can you try now, Dua? Do you think you can type now? Okay. All right. It's everyone or no one, I guess. Let me see if I can find Dua amongst you. You guys are on fire. It's so hard for me to keep up. Mm. Okay, so Dua is sharing the links. If you just look at the chat box, you'll be able to see all the links that you need. Um, we're also doing teaching English assessing learning. So that's also fun because teachers always wonder about how to assess, what to do. Again, people who attended the teaching with technology in September, we've had a couple of sessions about using technology for assessment in order to save your time and effort. So here are the registration links for the courses. Dua has been sharing them in the chat box nonstop. And our COP groups, community of practice groups, we have a variety that caters for different, tastes, so to speak. So if a teacher is interested in teaching primary, perhaps you teach secondary, or perhaps you are a teacher educator, a teacher trainer, perhaps you're someone like me who's interested in teaching with technology, you just click on the link, join the group that suits you the most. We also have our very dynamic, very active speaking club, which is delivered via Zoom. Now, you have the 6 top sessions, the core support, primary, secondary, education, writing, and technology are all WhatsApp discussions. So there isn't a Zoom session like this one, for example. It's just a discussion on WhatsApp that we run, and we share links exactly the same way that we do here. We look at videos, we read articles together, and we grow together as teachers. But for the last one, which is our speaking club is run on Zoom. And it's basically focused on the fact that we allow our teachers to broaden their horizon, connect with a wider network from the MENA region, and also practice their speaking, talking about teacher topics delivered by our trainers as well. Like, for example, Rania Halabi and Anne Armstrong, who were in charge of our earlier 2 sessions today. All right, and this is our Facebook group. So now, let me see if I can share with you. Let me see if I can share with you the links. Okay. All right. There's also our feedback form to let us know what you thought of this webinar and the previous 2 as well. So I'm going to share the feedback form with you in our chat box so that you can tell us if you'd like more of these, if you enjoyed them. Here is the link. And our certificate as well. All right. Any questions, anything at all before I wrap up and say goodbye and good night? Anything? Oh, thank you, you guys. You guys have been marvelous. So if you'd like to get those certificates, just make sure to fill up that PDF file, Adobe, have it on a computer, write your name the way you want it to be, download it, and voila, there you have it. The PDF file for the certificate. All right, let me see. I think Dua has it. A YouTube channel. We have a LinkedIn account, a Facebook page, which you can, join both very easily in order to, have the latest updates with, regarding our programs, our CPD opportunities. It is also an opportunity for you to connect with people, as I've mentioned earlier, from the same region, people who share the same passion for teaching and the same obstacles and, same ups and downs. It's important. I think it's like not a little, it's a huge support group of thousands and thousands of teachers from the MENA region. Okay, so I see that. Okay. Dua also has been sharing the new speaking club with you in case you need that. All right. So I think that's it for me. My Facebook page. This is the Facebook page right here. It's called Teaching English Middle East and North Africa. This is our page. So if you look it up, you'll be able to just simply answer a couple of questions, whether you're a teacher or not, how you heard about us, promise to adhere to our rules, and then you're in. Dua just shared it again in our chat box. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, you guys. You have been amazing. And it's been a pleasure. Funny enough, my first ever webinar. And I feel very happy to have had it with you. Thank you so much. Have a great night. I look forward to seeing all your contributions. Look forward to seeing you joining our community, our WhatsApp groups, our LinkedIn, our Facebook page as well. Lovely to make your acquaintance as well. You guys take care. I'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.